Hello, JB Glossinger here, founder of MorningCoach. Excited to be working with reMarkable on this new methods that reMarkable has put together. reMarkable is working with a few creators who have put together tools for their systems to help you, and it's pretty cool. And we got a really cool one called our Get It Done Now Planner that I want to go through that you can download right here on the page. If you have to be watching on YouTube, I'll put the link down below. But this is a planner our community has put together over the years. It's taken 20 years. It's part of our processes and our system. So I want to take you through a little bit. It works on the reMarkable 2, which I have here, and the reMarkable Paper Pro. As you can see, one of the things I would suggest is we do number our files. So this is our second brain. So we have plan, act, checklist, and treasure. And I'm going to get right into plan so you can understand how our planner works. So first of all, I'm going to show you a little video. You just download the planner here on the methods page. And then what you want to do is bring it into your reMarkable. And I'm going to go into planning. Now, again, you have color and you have a black and white. You can try each of them on whatever device you want. The color, obviously, for reMarkable Paper Pro, or the black and white. Now, there is a lot to this planner, and the important part is the navigation. And I'm going to go ahead and open this up and bring this into the middle here and kind of go over a little bit of what it is. Okay, the way we set this up, because there is a lot going on, is we made it so the toolbar can disappear. Now you can actually modify your reMarkable by coming in here and utilizing this PDF settings, but I'm gonna go ahead and leave it like it is for now, just because I like that. I like to turn it off. It just gives me a little more space to work. Now our daily layout, as you can see, there's a lot of navigation here. So this is based on the Sacred Six process, which is a book that I've written. And again, I work with companies and organizations with this. And basically the Sacred Six is right here. Those are going to be the primary things that you're going to want to get done. Okay. So when it comes to the day, basically you're going to have a focus. What do you want to do today? What are the main objectives of the day? And then you're going to have those main projects you're going to do. We then have your schedule here, which is great. You can write down all the tasks you need to do. And then we have gratitude. Obviously you understand what that means. Our consistency area has to do with habits. Basically, let's say you're trying to learn a new language and you want to work on that on a daily basis. You would keep track of how many days in a row that you spoke Spanish. Maybe you're training a marathon. I just did a 3:27 in Toledo and qualified for Boston, which was awesome. You might want to maybe put some of your training stuff in here. So the thing is, the consistency area, it's about what you're doing consistently. And then over time, you could actually do negatives or positives here. Goals is just a review of the goals that you have going on. And miscellaneous to do is another area that you could have that. Now, I will show you something real quick as I go back. I have let me just go back a couple pages here. I have this already standardized. So when I come into my toolbar, basically when I start a new day, I just go ahead and copy that. I use the copy function, and that way I don't have to duplicate it. So let's say that's May 23rd. Let's go, and we got really cool navigation across the top. So let's go Saturday. Let's go ahead and go to Sunday, and we're going to go ahead and paste that in there. All we got to do is click it, and now we have everything set up, and all I have to do is write my numbers in there, and I can just copy and paste that over, which is a real cool thing to do with this planner. Again, speaking of just the day-to-day, you can switch and go day-to-day by clicking the button, and it'll take you to the next day. We've worked really hard on the navigation. This is a community-driven project with our MorningCoach members, and everybody has a lot of input. So that way, you're easily moving through things. Okay. Also, across the top is navigation. Use your finger, and you can go to any of the days that you want to go to in the month. So you can just click that with Mondays identified in bold. The other area that I like is the daily journal, which is the second page of our tracking sheet. And this is for people that are training a little bit, and this is for every day. Again, you can see Sunday, May 22nd. You got your daily readiness. If you're using like a Whoop device or a Garmin device, it'll give you that. You can put your sleep, how you slept, your HRV, which is a new indicator for those of you into health. Again, I work with a lot of professional athletes on a private basis, so we use this. We also use our longevity planner to make sure people are at peak performance. I work with a lot of CEOs, a lot of executives, and a lot of companies. So we're tracking a lot of this data, steps, weight, not every day, but it's here. You can track it. And then blood pressure, if you check that so you know where you're at. Our three areas of fitness and health and anti-aging are strength, mobility, and cardio. So you can put a little bit in there if you hit each of those areas. Again, you can keep track of your macros here, your water intake, and then your mood. We also have a quick journal here, a daily wins area for your daily wins. And then this is a Hemingway method area of the next things you need to do for the next day. So you have everything here, and this is set up every day. And a couple areas that I use a lot across the top is here's some navigation for the annual year. So if you want to use the annual planner, you have that here. And then I use this a lot for navigation. So if I wanted to go to November 17th, I could just click that and it's going to bring me up to November 17th. So it's a great planner as far as that. You also have navigation across the side. Same thing here. If you push 2025, it's going to go ahead and bring up some quotes and then back to the annual planner. Okay, so again, we'll come back to the annual planner and that'll take us here and we'll just pick a day. Let's go to the 20th of May. And you can see I had some stuff on here, a couple things that I had going on. It was a pretty light day, and that's the way I build things. But you can see you can move around and navigate. You can also come over here and hit April. You're using your finger, and we have a monthly page that's set up for you to easily navigate to the month. You can write on these too, but you can easily navigate to each particular day that you want to. Again, the navigation we've spent a lot of time on the navigation here. So you can kind of see this. This works with our full program. That's why there's a lot going on, but you can use it tremendously as a planner. It's got everything that you actually need. Now, a lot of people ask about some of our system stuff, and I'll go through that. That's what some of the navigation is here. Again, you have your annual planner. You have your systems index on home. You have your systems progress. I'll talk a little bit about that. Your focus. These are things that we do within the framework of our systems. We have the Sacred Six, our bucket list, our health, our finance, and our decision making. Other areas that you can work through as you're building it as a planner. It's more than just a planner because it's inherently the base of our system. But we'll go through it a little bit just so you know some of the basics of what we do. Here you got a whole review of the 2024 year. We usually come out in July or August with the next year, just so you know. We have our content plan that we do, our PDCA, which is Plan, Do, Check, Act, our key performance indicators, our life rules, our system needs, trusted advisor circle, and our focus and dreams. And then these are all weekend reviews. So if you come in here to any weekend review, you're going to find at the end of the week, we've got a nice weekend review for you to kind of go through and see how things are working. You can see this is for high performers, achievers, business owners, people that are really striving for success. That's what we've worked with over the years. That's how we've built this. So everything is here. And again, just to run through the weekly review so you know what things are. This is kind of a area to just kind of look at the week and see how things are working. How's your improvement going? Your goals, where they at? Your KPIs, where they're at? Key performance indicators for those of you that understand like goal setting and structuring. Your consistency, and then also, your rosebud thorn. What we do with our rosebud thorn, we do at a lot of our events. A rose is what's working right now. A bud is what is something that's going really good or blooming. A thorn is what is a pain in the butt for you. Might be a personal issue or something. What is the insight in the corrective action? Sacred Six, again, is our base of our book. What are the main things that are getting accomplished? Where did you get derailed? Your insight. And then some wins for the week. What are some things that are difficult? Again, just kind of meditating on the week. We teach you to do this on a Sunday. Some people do it on a Friday. Just depends on when you want to do your week review, okay? Again, how do you navigate to those? Those are basically right here in the systems index, and you're going to be able to find pages attached to all these different things and also our weekend reviews. Okay, let's keep rolling. So again, you can use this just as a planner because on the homepage, each of these is linked to a document. So basically these are notes in the back. So anytime you want to keep a bunch of notes, all you have to do is, again, let me come back to the systems here. Sorry, back to home. I'll close my toolbar there. And basically you can click any of these numbers with your finger and it's going to take you to a note in the back of the planner and you can use this. And then basically what you can do is you can label it like car insurance or something, or meeting notes, important meetings and things that you want, you could put right here, okay? It works real well for that. Okay, systems progress, we'll just keep going across the list. Some of these are pretty self-explanatory, but again, these are some of the things we do in February. We do a check, we're looking at your rosebud thorn. In May, we're looking at your rosebud thorn. Again, one of the things you can do is you can go back and look and go, okay, how was February's rosebud thorn? right? And you can read what was good, what was budding, what was thorning. And so you have the ability to work with that right here. Oops, sorry, I'm going to click that. It's the next one. And you can look at what's happening, and this will index your July, October, and December. These are specific things that we work with, the life wheel. And again, these are basic concepts that will make your team or your organization better that we work with, and yourself to be a lot better, okay? As we go through this, again, you can either come on the home page to get here, or we have that navigation across the top. We have a focus area. This is really important. When it comes to our system, we have a tactical mission. This is a mission you're going to do over the next 12 months. This is something we work with. We work with a mission and a vision. Tactical mission is what you're going to do. And then the vision is who you're going to become. Really important. So understanding your mission, what are your major projects that are going on in the focus area. Your ILD number happens to be one of the things we teach called Intelligent Life Design, which is a residual passive number for freedom. Don't really have to go into that, but that is something we teach within MorningCoach.com. Overall mission, just so you know, so we have a tactical mission, which is for 12 months. We have an overall mission, which for me is to save animals. That's just what I do, but it's a bigger mission that you're going to do. Your vision is who you're going to become. Mine's already done. I wanted to be a 3:30 marathoner. I did that in Toledo. I qualified for the Boston Marathon. And I also want to become a sub 25K. I already did that. I run in the 19s now. So my vision's done. So I'm actually working on a new one. But vision is who are you going to become? And then your values are what's important to you. Use those in decision making. Again, those are over the Sacred Six area. One of our members wanted a specific Sacred Six area. So this is, again, based on our philosophies and structure. So this kind of can help you understand what are the most important things you need to get done. Again, as you scroll through this, again, this was a member ask ad, so we added that in there. As you continue through this area, we have a bucket list. This is just put all your goals together, things that you want to accomplish. You can put that there. We do have a health area, which is a overall health, personal health plan that we've worked with Dr. Paul Kilgore to put together so that you can keep track of seeing some things that are going on with your health. As we keep going, then obviously finance, we have some financial goals within your life, which are good. You can keep those there. And then I think one of the really cool things about our planner is our decision-making model. So when you have a really tough decision, a lot of our executives, our professional athletes, maybe deciding where they're going to play golf, they'll come in here and they'll collect one of these, and it basically has you do a Ben Franklin, ask you some questions, and help you see you're making the proper decision. So it's a complete structure here with that. Again, coming to the annual plan, this is more for navigation, but you can write in here if you want to block off vacations and stuff. And then our final little icon here is the reading list. And this is where you can keep track of reading and notes that you have going on. So we have everything within this planner. Again, you can find that all here. The navigation works. It's a fantastic planner just as a base planner for navigation. You can use the other tools if you want to, but just coming in here to any of these days and you've got everything you need. You've got your whole structure here set up. And it's cool to be on Methods to give you this. It's actually free. We obviously can tell how much time we've put into this. And then you have both pages so you can track everything that you need to do. Again, if you're executive or professional, somebody that's really looking for something structured, this planner is going to work for you. Okay, so awesome. I'm glad to introduce the Get It Done Now planner to you. It's our baby. We do have a longevity anti-aging planner with 4 pages a day. We're coming up with new tools. I personally use this device as a planner only, okay? So I think Stephen Covey, if you remember the old planners, if you're old enough to remember that, and you had the big folder, that's what I use this for. So it really helps me just keep my plan together and keep me organized. And when I wake up in the morning, I go right to my planner and I use that for organization. And then we obviously do our coaching with all of our coach casts. But I wanted to break this down because it's great that they're giving us an opportunity. But why are we giving this away for free? Because we want to support growth in the world and create positivity. I've got a lot of members. I coach a lot of professional athletes, a lot of CEOs, a lot of executives, a lot of amazing people at Morning Coach. So I'm real happy, and our community likes to support other people. So that's why we have the ability to put this out. And it's cool that reMarkable's putting the methods out so that you get the opportunity to do it. Again, if you're watching this on YouTube, there's a link down below. If you're here on the methods page, it's great to see. And if you got any questions, go over to morningcoach.com and just ask, because I know this is a very intense planner, but that's what we do. I mean, my number one business is helping people live their best life and really seeing people become tremendously successful. And I've been able to do it for the past 20 years, which has just been a dream for me after I left aerospace. So a lot of great ideas in here. This could be your planner. And again, 2026 or 2027, depending on when you're watching this, a lot of people ask, usually July, August, we bring the new planner together after we have our committee meetings and we meet with our members and decide any changes that they would like to see. Okay, so thanks for watching. Enjoy the planner, and I hope it makes your life better and helps you live your best life. Thanks so much for watching.